Okay, so Wonderful Tonight. It's a really, really great song to learn this, and this is number 3 in my top 60 fingerpicking songs to learn all time. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure you go away and do that. There's a link in the description to it, and it's 60 of my favourite fingerpicking songs to learn of all time, from beginner to advanced. So if you haven't seen it, you're going to get some good inspiration and some good songs to learn there, and I'm working my way through teaching every single song each week. So stay tuned for that. And subscribe if you're really interested in learning these songs. So, Wonderful Tonight. Let's start with the intro, which goes like this. Okay, so nice and slow. Now, this is a finger-picking arrangement, and it's going to be a little bit tricky. So what I've done is I've tried to make it not too hard and not too overly complicated in the right hand as we go. But there are going to be some moments where it's a little bit hard, especially if you're still new to fingerpicking. But it's a really lovely one to work your way through. So here we go. It starts. The chords are incredibly simple. It's just a G chord and then a D chord and a C chord and then back to a D chord. They're really the chords of the intro, but we're fingerpicking it, so it's going to be a little bit tougher. So first part. Okay, so we're basically doing the part of the lead guitar and the rhythm guitar at the same time, which is very cool. So on this first G chord, you can just maybe put your third finger down there on the 3rd fret if you want to. And then with the right hand, you play E, D, G, D. Okay. And then the B. So this is your melody line. Okay, so there I play open B string, and then the 2nd fret on the G string, open G string, and then back to the 2nd fret on the G. So that's your melody. Okay, and we just do a nice little run into that with the notes of the G chord. So holding down this note here, 3rd fret on the E, we play E, D, G, D, and then the melody, da, 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 while still holding this note down here to let all the notes ring into each other. Okay, and then what I do is I clamp my thumb down here on the 2nd fret, and we're playing a D slash F sharp, so a D chord with an F sharp in the bass. Okay, so clamp the thumb down on the 2nd fret. I suppose you could use your 1st finger if you wanted to and play like this. I'm sure lots of people are going to find that much more comfortable like this. Pick whichever works for you. I love using my thumb. I do it all the time. So first we outline the chord. Holding these 2 notes down, we play so as well as the 2nd fret on the E, I'm playing the 2nd fret on the G. So that's part of the chord. And we play E, D, G, D, just like we did with the G chord. Okay, you can hear that lovely movement right there. So holding these 2 notes down, 2nd fret on the E, 2nd fret on the G, and then with the right hand we play E, D, G, D. And then we play the melody, which is like this. Okay, so open B, 2nd fret of the G, open G, and then 2nd fret of the D. And I play that note using my 2nd finger, so like this. I might play it something like that, because it's so far. 2nd finger. Okay? And that leads us to our C chord. And on the C chord, you could have your 1st finger off the start and you outline the C chord, so you play A, D, G, D, and then open B, here comes the melody, 2nd fret on the G, open G, 2nd fret on the G. So okay, so we got the G chord, melody, the D chord, melody, onto a C chord. Okay, So then we're into our that walk back up to the G chord. So here, I think I use my thumb here. I play the 2nd fret on the E string and then the D, so you get, okay, and then this gets a little bit hard because I use my 2nd and my 4th finger, and together at the same time I play the 3rd fret of the E string and then the 4th fret of the G, so I play those together. So 2nd fret on the E, open D, and then these two together, and then open A string and 1st fret on the B string, and then open G, open E, and then back to open G again. So that's probably the hardest part of the intro. So you maybe want to loop that round and round it. If you want the tab for this, head over to 6stringfingerpicking.com. There's a link below, and there you're going to get the whole tab for this. So make sure you do that, because it's probably quite hard following through just with the video here. Okay, so that is that part. Make sure you loop that round very, very slowly. And then you're back to the beginning, because it repeats this melody line at the start, and you can be back at your G chord, but he plays the 3rd fret, this D note here on the B string, on beat 1, because that's the end of the melody, and then it starts again. Okay, so that is your intro, and that repeats, well, that comes up a few times during the song, and everybody knows this melody line, and it's instantly recognizable when you play it. So let's move on. Okay, so as you can hear, you've got the nice chords and the harmony underneath, and then you've got the melody on top of that, and that's what we strive to do as fingerpickers. You can take any song with a nice melody line, you lay down the chords, and then on top of that, you play around until you get the melody line at the higher register strings. And when it all comes together, it's so much fun. So I encourage you to find a really simple song and see if you can figure out the chords for it, and then figure out the melody line, and then try and put the two together. So that's exactly what we've done here. So I tried to make it not too complicated. But I made it as easy as I could, but it is still a little bit tricky, so I'll talk you through it. So the first chord, you've got the G chord. As I say, the chords are incredibly simple for this, but the finger picking is much more of a challenge. So we're on this G chord. So it starts in exactly the same way as the verse did. First we outline the chord. So just holding down this one note here, this G note, I play E, D, G, D, and then here comes the melody. So we get. So we've outlined the chord, then the melody is open B, 1st fret on the B, open B again, 2nd fret on the G. Okay, so put all of that together. Like that, so use my 2nd finger there, and then I go to this position like here, like this. 2nd finger still held down because that's the melody line it needs to ring on. My thumb clamps down on the 2nd fret here for the D/F sharp, and then I use my little finger on this D note here on the B string 3rd fret. So once I've played this this A note on the G string 2nd fret here, I play the E string with my thumb, and then my 2nd finger catches the B, and I'm holding down the chord here, so you should play the 3rd fret there. So once more. And then you play the open D string immediately after that. So just outline the chord. I play the E string, the G string, and then the D string, still holding the fingers down on that chord. Straight to a C chord now, and again I outline a chord. You could play it in different ways, but here I've gone the A string, and then open G, and then the D string, so 3rd fret and 2nd fret, 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the D, and then B, B, and then a pull off from the 1st fret to open on the B, and then open again, so this. Okay, so all together. So back to this D slash F sharp, I place my thumb down, fingers in position, and I play E string, 2nd fret, G string, 2nd fret, open D, and then G string, 2nd fret again. So, and then I play the E string and the G string both on the 2nd fret again. So just that bar 4 there on this D slash F sharp. Okay, so let me just play up to there. You've got the G chord. To the C chord. She's wondering what goes to F sharp. And then you do a nice little walk up back to the start of the progression. So you play open E, 2nd fret of the E, and then you're back to the beginning of the G. And that all repeats round. Okay, so quite tricky, but see how you get on with that. And it all repeats round. You do the whole progression again, but at the end, this walk up here, instead of doing that on the E string, walking up to the G, you do it exactly the same, but on the A string, and that walks up to the C chord. Okay, so let's do that walk. Open A, 2nd fret on the A, 3rd fret, and it's a and then she da 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 da. Okay, so you've got that nice little walk up to the C chord, holding down the C chord, outline the C chord, A, D, G, D, whilst holding down the C. So here's your melody, open E, open E, open E, 3rd fret on the B. Change down to the D slash F sharp chord. And you play E, G, D, E, G, D. So once more from the C. And then G. So you go back to this G chord, kind of outline, you play E, the E string, the D string, and then B, B, open B, and then you play it once more time, so 3 open Bs, but on the 3rd 3, that's on beat 3, so you change to the D slash F sharp, so you play your thumb with an open B string this time, so like this. And then the 3rd fret on the B string, and then open G to E minor. You just run through the strings from the E to the G, let them ring into each other. So let me just do that once more from the C chord, from the walk up. E minor, and then open G, 2nd fret on the G, open B, so it's C, and you play the A string and the B string, open G, D string, so that'll be the 2nd fret, and then open G, and that's just 1 open on the B string, D slash F sharp, both on the 2nd fret, so the E string and the G, and pluck them both together, and then the G on its own, and then the G on its own again, so that's the 2nd fret, then we play from the C. 2nd fret on the D, and then open G. Okay, and then you're back to the intro and the instrumental part, and that goes round again. Okay, that's it for today's lesson. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, leave me a comment if you have any questions at all, and subscribe. And if you want to get the full lesson for this, all you have to do is head over to 6-string fingerpicking. There's a link in the description. You can get the whole lesson there with tab. And if you're interested in taking Skype lessons with me, again, there's a link below. You can click that. It'll take you through to the site. You can book up some lessons, and we can take your playing to the next level. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Cheers.